Uh, okay, welcome back to another gaming video. And today, um, just want to explain a few things first. This is Armed Assault 3, or Arma 3. It is a military simulator game, and I have been putting on a lot of hours on this game in recent times, which is like a couple years. Like over 1,000 it's been, and I've never made a video on it, and I feel like today is the first day. Now, this video is more centered towards the people who know Arma 3, play the game, have an idea of what the mods are like, because if you do not play this game, you won't know what I'm talking about. But this is basically a mix of RHS and Cup, which are two very popular mods, very huge mods, and I'm going to do like a showcase of each thing, because they have pretty similar factions. And today I'm going to start off with the U.S. Army. Mostly all the stuff comes from RHS, but there are some Cup assets, and I will point out which ones are which. Anyway, no, I didn't mean to do that. I'm on the ATV. Let's go. Also, apologies. I'm going to turn that down a bit. Apologies for the frame rate issues. There's so much. It's still pretty loud. Yeah, that's better. So you can already see in the distance there how much stuff there is. This is going to be a very long video, FYI. I might actually have to finish the rest tomorrow because it is 12:09. That is at night, not like it's midnight, basically right now. So I'm gonna do probably the military, like the the United States Army today, and then I'm gonna do the United States. You know what? Screw it. I'm gonna try to get through as much as I can. I'm not gonna try to speed through. I'm actually gonna try to be thorough here, because I haven't really seen a good showcase yet. Well, I have from this guy, but he kind of sped through it. So, anyway, so starting off with the U.S. Army again. So apologies, the frame drop, just can't control it. So, this is a towing tractor for aircraft. You can actually prepare the tow, but I don't know how to do that. So you can get in, drive it around. I'm not going to be driving every vehicle, by the way. But I will, give a brief explanation of each one. Right, so just a quick, zoom in down here. It goes from Humvees like all the way to helicopters down there. So start with the Humvees. This is the basic Humvee. It is the M10. A lot of them are going to be copies, by the way. Some of them are newer than others. That's why. But this is the older one because it's got no shields. Go to M2 Browning, and since it's the first one, I'm going to show the inside here. So it's RHS. This is RHS right here, and the interior is very detailed. I've seen pictures of the Humvee interiors. It looks pretty close. So I'm gonna say that. So you can raise. It's got a lot of features on them. Open the door. It'll be kept open after you leave. The gunner, the Browning machine gun. Just gonna. I don't know what to shoot at. It's your basic armament, right? You can drive it around, do whatever you want with it. Doesn't matter. So this is the Humvee with the Mark 19 grenade launcher, which I will display here. Yeah, see, it blows up. these hangars. It is a very destructive weapon, very careful, you need to be operating. Yeah, it's basic Humvee. It's also got the American equipment, but I'll get to that probably not for a while. So this is the unarmed Humvee, you know. I don't know if you can get out the hatch. Door, yeah, no. So this is the, yes, yeah, it's telling you, so this is the same, it's the same, it looks the same, but it is different some way, somehow, because I spawned it in, it's a separate object. So, M2 Browning, Mark 19, unarmed. This one has a tow launcher, which is an anti-tank weapon. Right, so you know, it takes a very long time to reload this one. Now it's different. I really, really would like to get through it. Probably could have spaced them out a bit more, but whatever. So this is the two-door tent Humvee. You can hold a lot more guys than a normal. It's more akin to a military truck than a like an actual transport truck than a Humvee. It's got no armament, no guns on it, but you can fit a fair amount of guys back there. Right. You can just keep moving down and down and down. I think it's like 8 guys or something. This is one without the cover. This is one without the doors. Well, oh, this one has a roof and the doors. This one has no doors, no roof. This one has 4 doors and the little back area. I don't know if you can sit back there. Kind of looks like there's benches back there, but no, I assume not. It's getting annoying. And this is the kind of pickup truck version. It doesn't have that back cover. This is the pickup truck open version. This is the newer, like more armored, up armored, I think it's called. I don't know. But it's got heavier door armor, windows, front. Yep. This is interesting here. This is Crows, which is a remote controlled turret. So if you go to the gunner here, I don't have to peek out. The gun is moving without its remote control. It's radio controlled. So you have your gun cam, your ballistics, elevation, whatnot. And I'm gonna blow up the ATV. This is also thermal. It can go into thermal. You know, not sure why you'd want to do that, but it did it. This is the same thing with the Mark 19. This is, I'm going to shut that off, it's kind of annoying. This is the Shield M2 Browning. You got more protection. I'm not quite sure what this device is. Up there. Code driver. Adjust BFT maps. Yeah, I don't know what that means. It's all gibberish. Use LR. What was it? ATV. So I think this is for marking something, marking aircraft, missiles or something for helicopters. I don't know. This is the M240 Humvee. The other Humvees, they were older, before the M240 was adopted by the U.S. Army. This one has it. The shield, protection. Head is still poking out, kind of. You know, it's got a nice sound. God, it's already been 10 minutes. Like, this is gonna be a few hours, like, probably. Shield, Mark 19. This one. This one is probably the best shield. Easily, actually, the best shield, not probably. So this is the OGPK. I'm not sure what that stands for. This one's got windows, and it's also got a top cover on here. And there's like little pictures, and it's got like a picture of the New England Patriots. Someone doesn't like them, I guess. This has got the Rhino thing. I'm not sure what it does, honestly. I don't know what it does, but it's got it. This one, there's no camo netting version for the Mark 19 for some reason. But this is the next best thing. You know, it's got the same thing just at the top and without the camo netting. This is the complete, just back cargo version, I guess. This is that with a tent. This is the command unit, which is enterable, but you can't really, you know, use this equipment. Maybe in the future you'll get that, but as of 2024, it is not a feature. This is the new pickup truck version. And they just gone back to the old one. I don't know what this one is. Like, really, I don't. Oh yeah, you can also open a trunk on these. Now I don't know how to do this here. I guess I'll move on to the MRAPs next. So, I don't know my MRAPs that well, but there's this guy, the Guardian. So the gunner, you have M2 Browning. This is your view, by the way. Not very good. There's no crosshair. This is your M2 Browning. Your Mark 19 grenade launcher. That's it. You also have smoke grenade canister launchers. This is the M1220. Nothing on it. M1220 with the Crows M2. M1220 with the Crows Mark 12. The M1220 with the good shield and the M2 Browning. Good shield with the Mark 19. The better shield, this one's got like windows on the top. And it's got also better armor on it too. This is pretty insane. I'm not sure how you're supposed to get in. Oh, okay. But yeah, this looks insane. I'm not sure what these weird looking things are. These arch looking things. This is Mark 19 Medevac. This is the It looks like the RG33, but they call it the M1232. It's got arm one, M2 Browning, Mark 19. Another one with M2 Browning, but this one has better armor. Mark 19 with the netting. This is the MATV. That's what I know it as. One with the M2 Browning, one with the M240, one with the Mark 19, one with a more armored one with the M2 Browning, another more armored one with the M240, a more armored one with the Mark 19, Crows with the M2 Browning, Crows Mark 19, and it also has the Rhino. This all, by the way, like some of this stuff can be removed, like the armor, the Rhino, stuff like that. Next up, trucks. Again, like AMRAPs, I don't know the trucks. So this is the M. Yeah, I'm not gonna pronounce that. So you get the basic truck with the cover. This is for troops transport. Yep, the one with this is just cargo. Back here is a more armored one. More armored one out the back. This one has a armament Browning with the camo netting and the cover. This one has no cover, no camo netting. This is the command unit back here. I don't think I've gone back here yet. Oh, this is weird. I was expecting it to be the same as the Humvee, but it's not. This one's got 6 wheels. And a cover, no cover, or armored, armored, no cover, armored, cover, M2 Browning, armored, no cover, M2 Browning. This one is different somehow. I don't know in what way. But this one's got no bed cover or tent. This one has more armor, Browning, medical. These are Hemmets. I think these are wreckers, I think they're called. So there's one without anything back there. Ammo, fuel. This one has more armor, ammo. This one has a machine gun, M2 Browning, ammo and an M2 Browning and armor, fuel and an M2 Browning. It's a bunch of stuff back there. Looks like fuel and supplies. This one is just actual fuel truck. And same with this one. This one holds more, I think. Or no, this one's armored. Right. So, yeah, those are the trucks. And way more than enough trucks. You got every truck that you need here. Why? I can't. I honestly can't see people saying, "Oh, we need more trucks." Like, why would you need more trucks? All I can say. So, APCs. These aren't tanks. You know, most people are gonna be like, "Oh my God, he's to the tanks finally!" I'm waiting for this. These are not tanks. These are APCs. So for some reason, even though I picked the desert, these are green. These are strikers. They all have crows, except this one right here. This one has that weird thing on it, target marking thing. So if you go inside this thing, you know, pretty good interior, I'd say. You have your portholes, you know, gear shift, all that. I'm gonna get in as the commander to open that hatch at the top. So now I'm controlling this weapon. It's not known as the gunner, I guess. It's known as the commander. So it's crows, of course. Got thermal. It's got all that fancy stuff. You know, it can just absolutely cut down rows and rows of bad guys with this, and it's also resistant to explosives. Well, a few explosives before it gets blown up. Anyway, Mark 19 grenade launcher. This one has it's a manual. You have to pop your head out, but it's also got the target marking thing. This one, I'm not quite sure. This one's like mine clearance. This is definitely mine clearance because of the thing here. Yeah, mine plow, so you can fold these out more. That's supposed to search for mines. This is the kind of same. It's anti-air. It's an M1134. So if we go to the gunner, it's just two toes. Two toe launchers. I don't want to fire it over there. So I'm gonna just go right at their control tower. Yep, there we go. Control tower is gone. That's all it has. Just two toes. No Browning machine gun. Oh no, there's a M240. But I remember this bugging out, so I'm gonna test that here. This is definitely the wrong hatch. Commander, here we go. So you can just pop your head out if you want to see. Then you can also use your weapon. You know, for some reason the ammo there wasn't going down. I guess that's good. So these are M113s, or M113s. I prefer M113. So there's just these are old. They date back to like Vietnam. This has the just open M2 Browning, shield M2 Browning. This one's really good. The M240, the medical Mark 19, and this one's just unarmed. I don't know why you take this one. I guess troop transport inside one of these. By the way, you know, pretty good. You know, your guy actually moves those things. Yeah, I got a lot of room here for transport. You can turn out, and you can use your gun, but I don't have a gun. Yeah, that's the only problem with this is getting out takes forever. So if I get a gun here, you know, it's just a very basic one. I'm gonna turn out. So I'm holding the gun, you know, like that. Then, you know, you can do your stuff. If you need to defend your vehicle. I don't need that. I'm gonna put it on the floor. Right, IFVs, infantry fighting vehicles. You have the Bradley, which is the main IFV of the United States currently. So for your gun, you have the M240C. I'm not sure what that one is. You have toes. You can zoom in. And then finally, you have your Bushmaster. So this is single shot. This is your burst, sort of, and your full auto. Just continuous raining hell on everything. So this is a Bradley with just more stuff, more armor. This one has like that marking thing. This one is more, just more and more armor, and I just progressively just get more. There's portholes, or there's like a hatch at the top for you to aim on this guy, I think. Yep, exactly what that is. Turn out. I'm not sure if you can shoot because of the wall. And then finally, the right here, this is the M6 linebacker, which is a anti-air. No. Yeah, anti-air, because this is a Stinger. Yep, just gonna fire that. Oh, yeah, it's meant for disabling. Well, actually, more like destroying aircraft. So finally, those are the IFBs, all Bradleys. But now we're at the tanks. The Abrams tank. So this is the M1, just the basic one, right? Let's get in. So this is your view. There's no interior view. It's just three holes here. Loader, that guy is, an Arma. I don't know if he actually has a role, unless they get some like ultra realistic mod. But as far as I know, it's just an extra space. The guy just exists for the sake of existing. Commander, you man the remote controlled M2 Browning. You can also turn out. You can turn out, but since it's automated, you can't actually use it out here. Right, so really you're just poking your head out, which is a pretty dumb idea. So the gunner finally has access to a M240 machine gun, and the giant cannon. Right, you're 120 millimeter. Right, and oh yeah, the loader, I forgot. I'm actually an idiot. Has a M240 machine gun for defense or offense too, I guess. Right, so that's the basic one. That's the basic one. So this one's even more holy mother. So for this one, you have the main gun operated by the gunner, the M240 operated by the gunner, an M2 Browning operated by the gunner, another M2 Browning operated by the commander, and a armored M240 operated by the loader. Like invincible offensive capabilities of this thing, insane. Right. This one, I think, switches the roles. It's an instead of the M240 being manually controlled, it's automated, and the M2 Browning looks like it's fired by a person. This one is even more insane than the other one. This one has armor surrounding all the crew-operated guns. This one has Tusk armor. This is probably the best tank, the most hard-to-kill tank out of them all. The four, five guns actually, smoke canister launches, insane tank armor. It's just insane here, and this has crows on it. So we're nearing the end of the United States Army faction. This is RHS Cup. I think has a little bit more, but for the most part, it's the same. And actually, it's worse quality, but I still would get it. Uh, so artillery units here. This is the Paladin M109 Paladin. I'm gonna go backwards here because I don't want to fire it. I'll just fire it at those things back there. Just wait through this. So you have a 155 millimeter howitzer. 3, 2, 1, fire. So you have your illumination, laser guided, mine cluster, AT mines, cluster, all that. Artillery computers. Fire at this guy, and you might be able to see the explosion. That definitely did not land where I thought it went. Whatever. Um, this is the just the basic howitzer. It can be towed, I think, by trucks. This is the MLRS. No, it's not. Okay. This is the HIMRS. HIMARS. I've never really driven this thing before. So the DVE mod. What the heck? Okay. SV Siege. I have no idea what I'm doing. Right. So here, MLRS system. Oh my God! Time to go! Time to go! Time to go! Time to go! That was a bit too close for comfort, if I'm gonna be honest. But yeah, the thing just fires missiles and stuff. You can mark targets using a computer in there. Right, down to the basic stuff. This is your mortar. M20 something, I forget. Right. Same with this, you can also mark targets. Artillery, computer. Yeah. You have your dual stingers for disrupting aircraft, and messing them up. Right. You know, and you got your... Oh, okay. Fell on the floor. You Browning machine guns on a tripod. Your small tripod Browning. Tow launchers. And the Mark 19, which I am not going to fire, just in fear of hitting these things. Right, choppers. So this is the, the infamous AH-64 Apache. You have the pilot, who sits at the back, and the gunner, who sits at the front. Gunner, sorry, my eyes are watering. The gunner takes control of, and why are my eyes watering so much? A gunner takes control of an M230 machine gun, right? So you can set it to burst 10, give all. Laser markers, you have this thing, basically, and when you're up in the air, you can put on the laser marker, point it at whatever you want to not exist anymore. And then you fire your Hellfire missiles, which will basically destroy everything. Actually, I could probably do that. Here, you can take controls as the co-pilot. The radio is just a part of the mod. I think it's kind of cool. Alright, so I don't know if that die or not, but let's just get this thing up in the air. Right. Alright, so inside the helicopter I'm gonna turn on auto hover. Guy on the radio needs to actually shut up. Okay, never mind. Oh my god. But yeah, basically,
Have you heard any status of the ballpark or touchdown? Received ballpark. Okay.
But yeah, when you're flying this thing, I don't even need to explain it. I might just throw some footage in later. And you also gotta be careful when touching these things down because the aircraft in this game are volatile as hell. So this is the... I also forgot to mention the pilot has 38 Hydra rockets. So you can properly mess anything up with one of these machines. You also have to be very careful with it. This is the Apache and a gray. Chinooks. Huge. It can actually transport vehicles, I'm pretty sure. If you... Boy. Right. Crew chief. Get as a pilot. Open the ramp. Level the ramp. Oh, that's what that does. Okay. All right, so you can open up the ramp, fly it from there. The door gunner, because this thing, it's a flying, it's a flying duck, sitting there like ducks. We're sitting ducks, So it's got a, you know, you need a crew basically. You can't fly this thing alone in a server. You'll get destroyed. So you have two M134 miniguns, which will properly mess anything up. Same with this thing. This one is for troops because it's got the seat. You throw out the seats. This one can carry vehicles. See, because the seats are removed. This one is like a desert, but it looks more olive, honestly. I don't know. Same armaments, same seating. Blackhawks. Um, you know, something. I don't think this one doesn't have doors for some reason. It must be like the special forces one. This one has miniguns. Normal. A bunch of seating back here for troops. Pretty massive chopper. This one's got the external fuel tanks and other pylons for weapons. But apart from that, same seating. You also don't have any armaments. This one is completely unarmed. Can't shoot from it. Same with this thing. This is the just bog standard one. Normal, unarmed, no door, like no, not even a door gun. This is the medevac. Yep. Pretty basic stuff. All right, what were you closing there? Oh, whoops. Yeah, that's the cockpit. Yeah, those are supposed to have doors. It's a bit weird. And then the medical one with the fuel tanks. So that wraps it up for the United States Army, RHS. I may or may not finish because I'm just gonna have it all in one video, right? But yeah, that was a lot of content, man. Took around 40 minutes to cover all that. The rest, I think, will add up to actually more somehow. And I'm gonna drive something over there. I don't care what. Speed it up. Now, there were some vehicles I forgot. In the United States Army, like the M1128 mobile gun system, which is basically you took a tank gun and plopped it on top of an APC of a striker, and all that. So this is the Marine Corps. I will finish the other part. I'll try to do some tonight, but it's late. It's 12, almost 1 o'clock in the morning. I will see you tomorrow. Right, so I'm gonna make one more recording this tonight. I kind of just had a brief overview of the last video, very brief because I had to bed soon. Very bad lag while it's loading in these vehicles, but this is that M1128 mobile gun system. It's exactly what you thought. You got your gun. Oh, I know it's saved my freaking. No, it didn't. You got the big gun. You know, it broke the sound barrier. Either that, or there's some. Yeah, okay, that's meant to be that. So it's got that. It's got an M240. Pretty cool. And for the commander, I assume he.
Manual fire.
That's not an M240. Oh wait, no. How the heck do you control? Turn it out? Cancel.
Cancel manual fire.
Why is he so? It's like big fish from American Dad. Anyway, you control this thing. M2 Browning. You can tell by calling it this thing that I'm tired and I'm ready to go to sleep. But oh yeah, this is part of Cup, by the way. So if the Browning sounds different, that's why. It sounds okay. It's not as good as the RHS one. You know, it's also got your weapons, you know, inside of it. Yeah, I don't know why I'm taking this long to explain one vehicle where I took. Yeah, whatever. Goodbye. Right, so I'm gonna make one more recording this tonight. I kind of just had a brief overview of the last video, you know, very brief because I'm not heading to bed soon. Very bad lag while it's loading in these vehicles, but this is that M1128 mobile gun system. You know, it's exactly what you thought. You know, you got your gun. Oh, I don't know. It's saved my freaking. No, it didn't. You got the big gun. You know, it broke the sound barrier. Either that, or there's some. Yeah, okay, that's meant to be that. So it's got that. It's got an M240. Pretty cool. And for the commander, I assume he.
Manual fire.
That's not an M240. Oh wait, no. How the heck do you control? Turn it out? Cancel.
Cancel manual fire.
Why is he so? It's like big fish from American Dad. Anyway, you control this thing. M2 Browning. You can tell by calling it this thing that I'm tired and I'm ready to go to sleep. But oh yeah, this is part of Cup, by the way. So if the Browning sounds different, that's why. It sounds okay. It's not as good as the RHS one. You know, it's also got your weapons, you know, inside of it. Yeah, I don't know why I'm taking this long to explain one vehicle where I took. Yeah, whatever. Goodbye. And welcome back. It is the next day. It is 1:49. It's almost 2 p.m. I woke up like an hour ago because I stayed up decently late. Uh, yeah, I'm back. Time to go over the United States Marine Corps. And so I guess we'll start at the Humvees, like we did for the Army. This is just a quick zoom in of all the vehicles. Some of the aircraft down there are blocking the view. Um, but yeah, so the thing about the Marine Corps Humvees, they have a snorkel because it's marine warfare, water. This is just a basic one with an M2 Browning, basic one with the Mark 19, an unarmed one, the newer one with a Browning, newer one with a Mark 19, and a newer unarmed one. This one has a tow launcher. This is the two-door with no tent. The two-door open. Two-door with doors, roof, and a tent. This is the four-door. The four-door open. This is the four-door covered. Or like the box one. This is the new one. The new Humvee. This is the M2 Browning Crow. Hang on a minute. Anyway, I'm back. So the M2 Browning Crows, Mark 19 Crows, armored M2 Browning, also has the Rhino. The first one with the M240, it's got the shield, and the shielded Mark 19. Those are all the Humvees. Not as many, not nearly as many as the Army. They're pretty much recycled variants. They just have the snorkel. So this is the like reconnaissance MV. This is a part of Cup. All the things up here, they're part of Cup, but they're USMC. So this one is insane, right? You have the Browning, and then you have the M240. This is the same one with the Mark 19 on the top. This is the command unit. Again, can't do anything with the equipment. This one has the tow launcher, but a shield. This is the medevac one. Oh, that's cool. Never had to use that. And then this is the Avenger. So, what do you have here? You have an M3P. Right, that messed it up pretty good. Stingers. Anyway, the MRAPs. I don't know the names. I'm sorry. So this is what? CGR Cat 1A2. The normal one. This is the one with the Browning machine gun. The one with the Mark 19, and those are all. That's all you got for this one, right? So, right, so, You have enough room for a few guys back here. These are the RG-33s, at least I think, with the Browning and the Mark 19. And then these are the MATVs. So there's the one without any weapons, the M2 Browning, M240, M Mark 19, Crow's Browning, and Crow's Mark 19. Right. Oh yeah, these two. These are APCs. These are part of CUP. The RHS USMC does not have APCs. So these two right here are AAVs, amphibious assault vehicles. There is no desert version. So there's one without this contraption, this weapon on the top, and then there's one with. So you have a Mark 19. Yep, and then the Browning. That's about it. But it can hold a lot of guys back here. Yeah. People sitting there, people sitting on this, and on this. So these are AVs. Woodland. This one has an M240 on the top, and this one just has an M240. So for the gunner, that M240 of the Bushmaster. You can turn out if you have a gun. Yep. Commander, you turn out, you can fire this guy. So these are boats. I'm just gonna say get to these right now. So this is the RHIB. Can hold actually a decent amount of guys. It has an M2 Browning at the front and a Mark 19 grenade launcher at the back. This one just has an M2 Browning on it. Now this right here, I'll probably show footage of this being used at the end. But this is a landing craft. It's called the. It's not the LCVP. That's the D-Day one. God, what's the name? I'm trying to get in, but I don't know. Oh, LCU. Right. So on this, you can put the ramps down. All the guys in the cars, whatever you got on here, will drive off. There's a rear one. There's the antennas, a bunch of stuff you can. Apparently you can't just walk up here. But okay. I missed a tank back there. There's only one tank for the Marines. It's an M1 Abrams Browning and a M240. For statics, mortar, Stinger, M2 Browning on a tripod, M2 Browning on a mini tripod. tow launcher, and a Mark 19. That's what they got for statics. That's it. Same as the U.S. Army. Aircraft, they have a different. So this is the Cobra attack chopper, AH-1Z. It has the Gatling gun, the dumbfire rockets, and then Hellfire rockets. These are, oh, and then Sidewinders, I think. Very deadly helicopter. And I will shoot the cannon here. Yeah. It's, I guess these guys, these are the Seahawks. Yeah. They have, instead of a minigun like the Blackhawks, this has an M240 for the door gunners. This one has rockets, and this has like a, I think it's called like the GAU, the GAU 21. Yeah. This is basically an M2 Browning, but it fires at a ridiculous rate. Yeah. Pretty insane. Like, this is the war machine. And then this one's that, but just without the rockets. Right. Over here, Sea Stallions. Just add an itch. Sorry. Sea Stallions, so this is the passengers. It's just called soldiers. Oh no, this is for the cargo. Okay, so that can hold vehicles. Oh no, this is for the people. Okay. Yep. Huge helicopters. This one is for vehicles. And then this one here has the GAU 21 for defense against, you know, ground targets. So right here is a drone. This is the Reaper, MQ-9 Reaper. It has 8 Hellfire missiles, properly to mess anything up. You need a terminal to operate it though, which I don't have. Right here is the Harrier, AV-8B Harrier. You know, it's got bombs, missiles, sidewinders. It's got everything. I don't know how this is gonna go here, but okay. Well, that went well. That's fine. The spawn we are at is pretty close. But yeah, basically, all you have to do is just take off. You have to take off as if it's a plane. But then when you're in the air, you can land it when it's in the vertical mode. Right, this is the F-35B. It's also a VTOL. Those are some pretty scary looking missiles. This is the Ospreys. We have Ospreys. One for passengers, one with a gun. I swear, one could carry a vehicle, but that might be wrong. Get in. Oh wait, they have the weirdest enter point. Oh yeah, here we go. Ride in the back. I can't. Man, I'm trying to find an entry to this thing. Oh, here. There's a door. Right, so this is also a VTOL. This you can take off. You have to take off vertically because the rotor blades will chop into the ground if you don't. Right. Oh my God! I didn't say to do that. Right. So you can vectoring increase. So now it's helicopter mode. Put up the gear. And you have yourself an Osprey. Now, this is much easier to fly than the Harrier and the F-35V. The F-35V is easier to fly than the Harrier. The Harrier is old technology. Okay, the gear is damaged. Okay, that's dumb. I barely touched. That's the only problem I have with. That's one of the only problems I have with this game. You barely touch the ground in an aircraft and they just blow up. And we're back. So these helicopters over here, these are the Venoms, UH-1 Venom, which is the basically the new version of the Huey. Right. So you got the rocket pods on this guy. That's it. No door guns. No nothing. This one you have rocket pods and a minigun. This one is just unarmed. So that's the USMC. A pretty large faction. Um, so yeah, let's move on. This is so calm. This next faction is so calm. U.S. Special Forces Command or whatever. So this is they have insane Humvees here. So it's a box. It's a box Humvee armor. It's got a minigun for the main gun, which you can switch to an M240 if you just don't like the minigun. Yep. And then at the back, there's another one. Yeah, the JSOC Humvees. This one just swaps the minigun for the Browning machine gun. And then this one has a Mark 19. This is the Prowler, which is like a side-by-side thing. It's lightweight, small. They have MRAPs. Every faction has MRAPs. They have this thing, this one with the crows. They both have crows, Browning, and the Mark 19. This one has like a open bed. None of them have. They all have crows. So M2 Browning, Mark 19. This one has like a netting. The Browning and a Mark 19. These are M-ATVs with a M2 Browning. Mark 19. This one has camo. Both of them have camo. I didn't mean to do that. These are trucks. The two trucks they have, they're both very open. This one just straight up doesn't even have a roof. It's just convertible. So this one for Arma M2 Browning at the back there. Tons of jerry cans. For this one, the armament's on the cab roof. This is their boat, the Mark 5. So in here, you can hold a lot of guys. A ton of guys. Technician, commander, like a lot. You can fit so many guys back there. So for back here, two M2 Brownings, a Mark 19, and a minigun. It's pretty insane. And then helicopters, they have the Little Bird. This is the AH-6 Little Bird. With miniguns, missiles, you know. This is the MH-6. Yep. And then this one, I don't know who would take. This is for recon or something, I think. Because there's no side things. They're very light helicopters. So that's the JSOC faction. Next, and finally, is the Air Force. So they have planes, obviously. They have one Humvee for their security forces, got an M240 with this shield, says security. That's it. That's all they got for ground vehicles. They don't even have like refueling trucks. So this is the A-10 Warthog or Thunderbolt, whatever. Yep, it's got like every armament that you'd ever need, including that the Avenger. This is the C-130. I think this one's for troops. This one's for vehicles. Yeah, this one's got the seats out. So there's two C-130s. And then over here is the F-22.
Caution, gear, down.
Why not finish this video with,
Flight 40 close to bandits, nose 10 miles, slightly high, cold, additional bandits, right 4 o'clock, 15 miles, slightly high, cold as well.
Now, I can't land it, probably, because the runway is crowded with vehicles.
404,
I guess I'm just gonna have to...
23 Angel Zeta,
Or I could just do that.
to approach button 15.
404, Marshall Bombs, 17023, Angel Base, button 15, push time 22.
I'm stuck.
A better diagnosis on that at all? When you actually do all the mapping out of the specific fuel quantities, do they match the totalizer? Hey, son, they match the pointer and the totalizer. Is that number moving at all on the left internal, or is it staying the same? You know, see if he's with someone else on the left internal wing tank, and it's not.
Anyway, that was the United States Army and United States Marine Corps. That's that's what the faction looked like. So, thank you for watching. Whoever watched it, and bye bye. The next video I'll make is on the Russians, probably. So, yeah. Oh, lag. So I'm back. It's a few hours later from the Marine Corps section. Oh yeah, I forgot I put that up there. So now we're gonna be taking a look at the Russians. What the heck is he doing? He just crashed. I guess no one was flying. I forget. I don't remember talking about that. But anyway, yeah, we're gonna be taking a look at the Russian faction of the mod. You may already see some vehicles down there. There is a lot, like probably just as much as the U.S. You can determine it, whoever you are watching this. Um, we're back on the ATV, and we're heading out. So yeah, I guess we'll just start at the beginning, work our way up. Like, it's actually a stupid amount of vehicles, and also just like the U.S. faction, I have combined it with Cup as well. Sorry for the lag, by the way. Also, ton of vehicles. Game doesn't like that. Yeah, just that. Whatever. So, this is annoying. I'm gonna turn that off. Here. Oh my god, the lag. Right. Here's your zoom in shot. Just lines. It only goes so far before vehicles just start covering other vehicles, but trust me, there is a lot. Let's just get to it. So, starting off here, we have the UAZ. This is the UAZ. Oh, excuse me. The UAZs. There's one with cover, one without. In them, you have 7 seats, five here, two back here. This is a UAZ with an AGS grenade launcher on it. This is a part of CUP, by the way. It's just like the Mark 19 grenade launcher. This is one with a Dush. I know it sounds a little bit like the sound, but there are mods that make it sound better. And I probably should have put that on, but whatever. I suggest if you are getting CUP, get AMZ. AMZ sound mod. Because it's the best one out there. So this is just the camo UAZ. This is the one with the Metis. The Metis M. It's basically like it's an ATGM, right? Right, that actually did significant damage to that building. This is your only view. Bang! Building's gone. And then finally, this is the UAZ with the SPG coilless rifle, right? Takes a little bit to read. It takes a while to reload, but if you're if you probably wouldn't want to be in the open using this thing. It's for killing tanks, right? You can't even see the tracer. These are GAZs though. Anyway, um, the current main, uh, light vehicle, I guess you could say. I don't really know what they're classified as, of the Russian ground forces and VDV and all that. There's a lot here between both mods, more than UAZs, but so this is the one with the PKM machine gun. This is a part of Cup, right? The PKT, right? So if there's like guys coming towards you, you can just dead, all of them. Inside, it can carry a fair amount of guys. This one has a shield, more protection for the gunner. This one has an even better shield. This one has a cord machine gun. Yeah. Which is a very heavy machine gun. I believe it fires four. No, it's a big caliber. Okay, it's like I think 14 millimeter. So that's the one with the cord. This one has the better shield with the cord. This one is just completely unarmed. This one has a camo pattern. This one has a PK machine gun and AGS grenade launchers. So there's that. Uh, Press F. It switches to your AGS. Yeah, pretty good. This one has the camo. And then this one has an open hatch, which this thing has, it does not have like an AK. Yeah, gunner, turnout. There you go. But I don't have a gun, so it's not gonna do anything. And then this one's the same, but with the camo. So those are the GAZs. Next up, these were the light vehicles. These are MRAPs, I guess. And I put these things at the end here. These are actually APCs, but I put them in here because I don't know. They fit better. So these are the BRDM. They are there's they're MRAPs apparently. That's what they're classified as. But they're pretty old. They're from like the 70s. So this is the one with the KPV machine gun. It's anti-vehicle. It fires 14 millimeter. Then there's the PKT, which is for it's anti-personnel, the PKT, for defending against foot mobiles. This is the BRDM with the 9P. It's a missile launcher, basically. I don't know up here. It's a gunner, so you can open up the shield for a better view, I guess. So these are homing, or they go wherever you point. Yeah, it's gonna make it. Bang! You have a total of 5 shots. The reload animation is also pretty cool on this, so it's pretty lengthy though. And then blah blah blah, it's doing all this stuff in there, and then bang, it comes back out. Yeah, it's a pretty cool animation. Put a lot of work into it. This one is completely unarmed. Nothing, just base vehicle. I don't know if it can hold people back there. It can. Only 4 though. And then this one has a PKM for defense. Yep. Those are the BRDMs. These are the Vodnik APCs. Now, I'm not really sure what they are. Well, like, I haven't really seen these in, like, combat footage, but they exist. So, here they are. So this is the normal one. Nothing on it. This one has two PKMs on it. This one has an AGS and a PKM. This one has like I don't know what it's called, a BPPU. A 2A7, a 2A72. It can mess stuff up. This one has like a BTR cannon on it. Or it has the KPVT. Same thing as the BRDM. Yep. This is the medical one. Really weird medical symbol. So those are the MRAPs. Yes, I classified the Vodniks as MRAPs. Just, I don't know. They don't look like APCs. Next up are trucks. There's a lot. Like, a lot of trucks to get through. So this is the GAZ-66. You know, it's a very simple truck. This one has, you know, the tent and the seating. This one is ammo. This one is nothing. This one is the seating without the net. And this one is just nothing without the net. This is their command unit. Right in the back. That's not the back. No, that's weird. But yeah, that's the command unit. I don't know what it does, but this one is has a ZU-23 cannon in the back. I will get to that thing later. But yep. You have these different sights. It's pretty deadly. It's so powerful that it's pushing the truck to the ground. But that's the ZU-23. This is the medic truck. Again, I don't know if the medical thing works. This one is a repair, I think. Yeah, this one's a repair shop. So those are the GAZ-66s. There's way too many variants. Like, and I thought the U.S. had all the trucks. Like this, the Russians just, they have way more. So this is the KAMAZ, which is like the current troop transport. This one is just normal ammo. Nothing. No tent, and no tent and no seating. There's no weaponized variants or anything. You know, it just ran for troop transport. Not even a fuel truck or like any of that. It's just basic troop transport. Ammo transport, supply transport. These trucks are really old. The Kraz 255B. It's a towing tractor, more like, and a truck and carrying. But there's just the open thing back there, and then there's for troop carrying. But this is like Soviet era, this truck. This one has like a thing for carrying vehicles. And then the fuel. It's the first fuel truck we've seen. Won't be the last. It's a spoiler. So those are the Kraz trucks. They're very bright compared to the other ones. It's just nice, which I don't like. I don't like that, really. So these are Urals. These are probably the most common truck in the Russian army. They're in all the parades. The Ural 4320. So this one carries troops, ammo, nothing, fuel, no tent and troop carrying, no tent and nothing. The repair shell, a ZU-23, and that's for the Urals. These are ZIL trucks, right here. The ZIL 131, which is another common truck. So again, troop transport, nothing, no tent, and the thing about the no tent one here, it has like these things going across. It doesn't remove them like it does with the other ones. And this one is just completely bare, like stock, supplies, And then there's these. These are Kamaz 6396s. Again, modern Russian army. Pretty easy to tell. So, this one is carrying ammo, I believe. This one is a fuel truck. This one's troops. This is quite a climb. Like, holy. You're gonna have to have like a ladder. This is the repair. And this is the no tent. This one has a tent. And these were a part of CUP. These trucks at the end here, these were not a part of RHS. So those were the trucks. There was a lot. It's kind of a theme, a common theme in these mods. Next up are the APCs. It's pretty simple. There's the BTR 60s. They look like that. They have the KPV. There's the BTR 70s, which also have like this slanted, thing at the back. They have something else. I don't know what. Oh, they do have the same thing. Okay. Got a very destructive vehicle. And a PKT. Stuff you've seen already. The other trucks. Or the BRDs. This is the BTR 80. Very common in the Russians' arsenal. You might remember this from my BeamNG video. I ran over a bunch of cars. It's actually my most viewed video. If you sort by most viewed on my channel, this thing will come up first. And I thank this thing for that. A very nice vehicle. And it can hold a lot of people. You can actually sit on the back here. So that's the BTR 80. This is the BTR 80A, which has an autocannon. This is even more destructive than the regular BTR 80. So that's the 2A72. The same thing on the back of that Vodnik. Yeah, this thing can like blow up buildings. And then finally, this is the BTR-90. I haven't seen many of these in like Ukrainian combat footage and stuff, but it exists. So for this guy, you have, you know, the main cannon. It's an AGS-17. Oh no, that's a grenade. That's grenades. Interesting. Automatic grenade. I don't know. The 2A42. That's the. Yeah, there you go. All the glass is breaking. Yeah, it's a very destructive vehicle. Oh, wait, I think that's a ATG on the top. Yep. So you have your ATGM and also PKTs. Quite a lengthy reload, though, I gotta say. So the BTR-90, probably the best BTR out of all of them, but it's actually maybe a bit too overpowered in like an actual game. So those were the BTRs. There are multiple different skins, but there are no other variants apart from these. And I will not spawn in other ones just for the different color. So this is the MTLB. A lot of people don't like this for some reason. I think it's fine. It's a bit cramped back here though. It can hold a lot of guys, you know. It's got a gun on it for defense. And it's a very basic APC. It's old too. It's an older one. And it's also amphibious. And finally, this is a PTSM, which is amphibious, and it can hold a vehicle. But it is extremely slow on the water. I might throw up some footage of that later. So those are the APCs. You know, not as many as the United States, but they don't need a lot because there's a million IFVs here. So these are the IFVs, or infantry fighting vehicles, which are kind of like, sort of like tanks. They're for fighting, you know, infantry. So these are the BMPs. How do I forget that? So the BMP ones, the old BMPs. So yeah, you know, it moves, all that. Of course it moves. So we got a snorkel. It's also amphibious, by the way, I think. You have the gunner. So the gunner has a PKT. A very terrible crosshair here. There's nothing to aim with. So you're gonna probably want a third person. You have this, I assume this is that white missile. Yep, and my turret just broke. And my gun just broke. Oh. I guess it disables the turret when you... That's weird. Very lengthy reload. That's like the worst design. Why would it break your turret? I guess you just watch it, I don't know. And then the 2A28, I assume. Yeah, it's like a tank gun, kind of. Miniature tank gun. The BMP-1, you know, it's older. There's better than it. So this is the other BMP-1. I'm not sure what it adds. And then another one here. This one has a spotlight. This is the BMP-1K. This is the BMP-1D, and then this is just a normal BMP-1. This BMP-1 is different. This one is the P variant. and it has a ATGM on it, right? So the PKT, this thing, boom, commander, reload, HE, frag, I don't know. Oh, here, use this thing, here you go. You actually have to get out of the tank, or of the vehicle, here. So, holy, well, that is a very long reload. But yeah, that's basically what it does. So, it's an ATGM. So now we're getting to the good stuff. This is a BMP-2. Has a better gun, ATG, smoke canister launcher. It's very good. So you have the, just the normal. We're just gonna blow up that BMP-1. The BMP-1 is good for if you're like playing as like a terrorist faction or something, but not as like one of the biggest armies in the world. Like the Russian military, like they're using this thing from like the 60s. Yeah, it's already damaged. So that's the cannon. It's alright. Welcome back. So I just had an error on my game recording that I was out of storage. Funny, because I don't have it hooked up to my friggin'. What is it? Yeah, it doesn't matter. But I got it working again. This is the BMP-2. You saw the cannon there. It's got a PAT. You can turn out. Who's this guy? I guess not. What the hell? Commander.
Manual fire. Cancel manual fire. Manual fire.
Oh, here we go. Can't move it.
Cancel manual fire.
Okay, he sounds so weird though. Like, I don't know how it works, but it's got the ATG on the top. This is the OBR 1980, whatever that means. This is the OBR 1986. I don't know what that means. But they both have pretty much the same. This is the BMP-2D variant. It's different, I guess. I don't know. Okay, I might sound lame, but like I don't know what the difference is here. It's like those Humvees. Like I don't know what's different about some of these, but they are, I guess. This is the BMP-2K. Maybe they have different warheads. I don't know. These are BMP-3s. So, you know what? I'm gonna get a gun here. So I'm gonna get in as the driver. So, right, like this is what they use today. PKT 2A70. They kind of went back to the old days of the BMP-1 and put like a kind of a tank cannon instead of like an auto cannon. So that looks pretty cool. Oh, and it also has an auto cannon. Oh wow. Okay, that's pretty overpowered. Well, that's the BMP-3 Machine of Death. This is the BMP-3 Late. I don't know how it's different, which is a common theme here. So this one has like this blue thing, the one blue thing. This one has two. This is the BMP-3 Vesna K. Whatever that means. Oh, it's got like these things. This guns. This is the Vesna KA, whatever that means. We're back to the BMP-1 here. This is the BRM-1, which I'm going to quickly look up what that is. BRM-1. It's a Cold War reconnaissance vehicle based on the BMP-1. Right? It's got the same armaments. You got a navigator, I guess, this time. Right? It's a very Soviet era vehicle. This is the Objekt 681-2, which kind of is like a mix of a BMP-1 and a BMP-2. You know, it's got the bigger gun on it. I'm gonna look this up. I'm gonna look up what this is I have no idea. Objekt 681. Contender for the BMP-2. Okay. So it's sort of, yeah, it's basically what I just said. It's a mix of both. This has an NSV machine gun, which is a very heavy machine gun, and it has the 2A41. It's like a light tank almost, sort of. It also has the ATGM up there. I have, and it's another BMP-1 type vehicle here. This is a PRP, which is reconnaissance too. It just has a PKM. This is not a grenade launcher, by the way. Which, I don't know. This looks so weird. I think this thing at the back here is a mortar. Radio, like it's got all these guys. Whoa, 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 whoa. Alright, I'm gonna see if I can get this thing here. This is the calculations officer. Radio. Oh, artillery! Yes! What the heck? How close? Right, so it should be hitting over there. That first one hit. Yep. ETA 25 seconds, right? Okay, I don't know what's going on. But it should be hitting. And that's also an estimate as well, so. Anyway, so this is the T-15, which is like a replacement of the BMP-3. It looks pretty insane. Okay, it's got armor plating everywhere. You know, they got the gunner, the PKT here. It's got thermal as well. It's new. You have the alright, ATGs. There goes that tower, and then the autocannon. Yeah, it's pretty insane. Anyway, moving on. Still at IAV or IFVs. These are BMDs, which are VDV. They're for fighting air. I need to look up what this is because BMD vehicle. It's an airborne infantry fighting vehicle. So yeah, similar to the BMPs, you know, got the same gun. This is the BMD-1, so it's sort of similar. It's basically like the BMP-1. Yep. I didn't mean to do that. Oops. So that's the the BMD-1. This is the BMD-1K. It's doesn't have that missile. This is the one with the the BMD-1P. God, with the ATG. It's the BMP-1PK. This is pretty insane. This is the BMD-1R, which clearly is different. This has S8 missiles. Holy. But when you're out, you're out. There's no reloading. So you gotta make it count. This is, oh my god. This is the BMD-2. You know, it's got the same gun as the BMP-2. You know, it doesn't have that tank cannon-like gun that the BMP-2, or BMP-1 does. So it's got the 2A42. Yep. This is the BMD-2K. This one has a new ATG launcher, like the same one on the T-15, sorta. Alright. This is BMD-4, the newest version, and somehow it kind of looks older and newer. Yeah, BMD-4. Back to the tank cannon, sort of. These are this is BMD-4M, or the BMD-4MA, which I don't really know what that means. I may as well show what armament. It looks like it has, so it's got the PKT, right? Has the 2A70, which is this thing right here. Boom. And then the honestly, I can't tell where this is coming from. Oh, okay. Yeah, this got a autocannon and that. So that took around 17 minutes to get through all of the IFVs. There is a lot of IFVs, and there are a lot of tanks as well, which I will not show every. I'll try to not be as slow here, and I'll try not to have any errors. So these are the Russian tanks. They have a lot of tanks. They're all different, all of them. All of these are different, believe it or not. Right, so this is the T-72 from 1984. That's what it says. You know, it's got none of that armor plating stuff that like that one does. So what you got here, the PKT, you know, every tank got that. This is reload here. I don't know what's out of ammo. This is the main gun, I assume. I don't know why it was out of ammo, but it's kind of weird. Oh, that's blinding. So that's night vision. There's your main gun and your tank. And then also, I forgot to show the NSV. You can use this thing. It's also got this back plate, sort of. I don't know why it has the window. It's like, yeah, it's your NSV 12.7, Russian 50 cal. So this is the 1984 T-72. This is the 1985 T-72. Yeah, the 1985 T-72 with all the armor, composite armor. This is the 1989 T-72. The 2012 T-72. Then this is the 2016 T-72. Right, it just gets more armor, more composite armor. This is a T-80 right there. So it looks like here, it doesn't have the 50 cal machine gun like the T-72s do. It actually looks kind of older. Right, reload. Right, so it has a 2.8. It sounds like people screaming. Right, AP shells. Armor piercing. This one, these two here, this is the T-80A, it's got the MSB. The T-80B doesn't have that composite armor like A does. Right, this is the T-80BK. This one's got the shield on there. More composite armor. T-80BV. It's more composite armor. This is the T-80BVK. Composite armor, shield, and this thing. The T-80U just gets heavier, more armored and stuff. Right? The T-80U 45M. I don't know what that is. The T-80UE-1 is more armor. This thing got eyes. The T-80UK. I think these are for deflecting ATGMs. Anyway. Right, then it just gets even heavier. Yeah, so those are the T-80s. You know, just the more you go on. I'd say this one is the craziest looking one, the UK one. So finally, we're at the T-90s. Yep, T-90s. Oh, there's a tank I think I forgot. Showing that off later. So the T-90s, there's a T-90 1992, the 2006 one, the Object 188 AM. Right, oh, yeah, that gun at the top there. It's got the same, yeah, the same gun as the T-80, pretty much. And it just gets more composite armor, you know. Common trend. And then this is the T-90 SA 2016. Then the T-90 SMs just look insane. It's like the futuristic looking cannon and stuff, and just tons of composite armor. You know. So those are the tanks. Actually got through those pretty quick. You know, didn't want to waste any time. They have a ton of tanks, like stupid amount of tanks. I don't know why they have so many. But yeah, it's like they have the Russians with their IFVs and tanks, and like what the United States has with their Humvees. Anyway, these are artillery. These are basically nuke launchers. So maybe we can send a nuke strike. Hang on a second. I'm back. So this is basically nuke launchers. Yep, there's 3 of them. I think they have different. They just have different warheads. So we're gonna run the gunner, but we have to do here. Open the control panel. The outriggers are down here, right? Missile bay open. That just takes a bit. And then the pylon up. Righto. So designate the target here once this is done. Right, it's up. So designate the target here. Let's go here. Right, latitude 14075, long 18699. And launch. And it's gone. So we're gonna go there in a bit. Check out the damage. Just say nuke. So that's the. I'm not honestly sure if we. Holy, that was loud. That was so loud. Yeah, it definitely hit its target. Alright, this one. You know what? I showed you already. I heard the explosion. I think we did enough damage. So those are the nuke launchers. They're called the 9P. Yeah, I was watching Russian stuff. So this is the 2S1 artillery system. You know, it's a tracked vehicle. This I know as the Top Gear police tank. This is the same thing they used. Funny that it wasn't even a tank, it was an artillery. So one of these is a direct fire, which means you can just get in, point this thing wherever you want, and shoot it like a tank. You can basically use it as a tank. Even though I don't see an explosion, which is a bit weird. So this is the 2S3, which looks like it has an even heavier barrel. Yep, that hit. Oh! Quite a spectacular explosion comes out of these vehicles. So those were the, tracked vehicles. So these are D30s, more basic, primitive sort of thing. So one of these is direct fire, that one isn't. This one may be. Okay, this is the direct fire. That was a miss. There! Whoa! Just took out that building. It's the D30, it's old, but it's gold. That's all I can say. And the cool thing about this is with RHS you can actually tow these things. Right? It's got wheels. So I'll show that off in a bit. I did mention it in the United States thing, but I never actually showed it because it was like midnight. Anyway, this is the 2B14-1 pod dose, which is just a basic mortar, Just send those guys up. If you don't like something, this will solve your issue. Just send those guys over. You can see them hitting. Oh my. And then finally, this thing, which is, I've seen this a trillion times in Russian combat footage. This is the Grad. You commonly see these things, there's like multiple. At least this is what I've seen. I've seen multiple, just constantly just going rocket after rocket. Yeah, that's basically what it does. So we're gonna go on the artillery and Great Gravia, whatever the heck this is called. This is the farthest. This is the closest you can go. It's 5,000 meters. So Citra. I'm just gonna hit this guy. Missile after missile after missile. I'd say that's pretty good. We're gonna go there too. So I got that marked. Yeah, pretty destructive device. This is the Metis, just a ground-fired one, you know. So you can rotate this apparently, using left or right. You know, bang. That one's just a, you know, if you don't want to be seen, you know. This is the Coordinate. Also, kind of a long reload. These are two Iglas mounted to a chair. So these are for, you know, taking out air vehicles, but there are no air vehicles to take out. So, you know, but it has to be a certain distance away, otherwise you can't lock on with it. Which is, I guess, realistic. This is your AGF-30, which kind of get rocked back a little bit. Grenade launcher. This is the Cord 12.7 machine gun. I thought it was 14.5. Yeah, this is the Cord on a tripod, but it's taller. This is the NSB. Yep. SPG, recoilless. Yep. And then finally, back at the ZU-23. Yeah, it brings up that message every time I'm in this thing on the editor, but... Just look at that, took out that building. Switch to moving mode, just like the D-30, can be towed. In a picture of the Grenada invasion in 1983, one of these things in this mode is there. I might see if I can put an image up. And there's like a giant helicopter, a CH-53, flying near it. Anyway, this is for anti-air vehicles. So these are Shilkas. This is very... I think I'll just show what it can do. Basically, they took two ZU-23s and, well... This thing is... It can kill tanks, it can kill anything. It is a very, very destructive vehicle. And overpowered, too. So this is the Tunguska. So if you get a gunner in the 30 millimeter, it's like just as deadly. They have more of a kind of like a spread here. Right, so there's like an attacking wave of aircraft. Yeah, this is very deadly. Oh wait, there's also Grissom, missiles. Yep. Lock on, you got all that. I don't know why I put 2 here. Tunguska M, this is just the regular one? I don't know what that is. So this is a UAZ with the iglas in the back. Been a while since we've seen this. And then the Tunguska M, not sure what it really does, which is again, common theme of Russian stuff. Anyway, we are done. Ground vehicles. Finally! Took forever. Finally though, we are at the helicopters. So, let's just get to it. This is the Mi-8 Hook. No, this is Hip. Yeah, Hook is the Mi-6. Right? This is just the basic one. It doesn't have any weapons on it, just troop transport. Got all your seats. God, my eyes watering. Here at the back, if I get into the pilot. Oh, that is so freaking awesome. Yeah, the door's open, I guess for ease of access. You can also open the left door. That's my right, I'm an idiot. Yeah, you can close that too. Pretty cool. This one's different. Because it's got, this one is just armed to the teeth here. Like, literally. I mean, not literally, it doesn't have teeth, but, it's got 6 rocket pods. It has 2 MGs here, and an MG here. Like, this is a flying tank. So if we get in, you know what, this AK is gonna get in the way. To hold, but get in here. You have 80, 120, 200, 240 missiles. Wait, no, there's 6. All right, so 80. So that's 120, 200, 240, 320 missiles. Right. 80, 40. Oh. Oh, wait. Okay, 80 came from like 2, and then there was 20 in 2. Okay. So each had 20. Right, 20. Because there's 120, so 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 120. Yeah, okay. Each has 20. That's still a lot, though. So this is a more basic Mi-8. It's got guns on it. One at the back, one at the front. This one has nothing, which is like the first one. That's what weird. This one just has 2 rocket pods here. It's still very destructive. This one has 2 rocket pods, no guns on it. This one is back with the 3 rocket pods, the same, but except there's no gun at the back. And then this one is the same as the first one and that other one. So weird. But there's a lot of MI8 variants. Those are the MI8s. Yeah. So moving on, we have the Heinz. I forgot the name for a second. I don't know what the point of this thing is really. There. So for this guy, this is the Mi-24P. This one has bombs, rocket pods, and then these are AA missiles. And also this thing is a gun. It's an autocannon. Same thing on the other side here. Bombs, guns, or bombs, dumbfire, smart rockets. I don't know this one what I call them. This one has two rocket pods. This one has a Gatling cannon, and 2 on the other side. It's just insane. It's a war machine. A battlefield destroyer. Right? This one has nothing on the pylons. But it has this Gatling cannon. So, you know, the defense capabilities on it are a bit, for this guy. But on all the Hinds, they're huge, massive helicopters. But they're meant not only for attack capabilities, but also transport troops. That's what they've done here. They wanted a transport helicopter and attack helicopter, and that's what they made. This is actually part of the Chernoris faction, but I don't know why the Russians don't have it. Because I mean, look at this thing. It has like a BMP type cannon on the bottom. It's got the IR thing. Like, how does the Chernoris have this, but not Russia? And Chernoris is it's a parody of Chechen, I think. Which, yeah, like how do they have it, but Russia doesn't? This is the Mi-24G. I don't know what that stands for. This is that crazy gun. No, God, no. Yeah, I said it, bro. It's pretty deadly. Moving on from the Hinds, we have the like the single helicopters, the miscellaneous attack choppers. Right here, Mi-28, also very cool. You have 8 smart fire rock. I don't know what they're called. Okay, I could find out here. The 9. They actually have 16. We have 9 M120 missiles. And a 2 A42, which is the same thing on the BMPs. It's the same thing they have on the BMPs. Insanity. Thing can tear up a battlefield. It's like a better Hind, kind of, but there's not as many variants of it. It's newer, too. Next up is the KA-50 Black Shark. It's kind of like the predecessor to this guy, which we'll get to in a second. It's not as good as this guy, but you know, it's there if you want it. It's got 2 rotors on it. So this one I'm actually going to fly around because it's a pretty fast helicopter. It's pretty loud too. Alright, so it does have 2 A42. Holy fuck. Uh, it's got Iglas, S8 rockets. Yeah, it's pretty crazy. So that's KA-50. This guy over here is also currently in use, as far as I know, with the Russians. This is the KA-52. This one's got crazy looking missiles. It's got 10 of them. You know, it's a pretty new design here. It's very nice. But it takes a crew of 2 people to operate properly. It's got a bunch of IR cameras. You know, it's this modern helicopter. What time is it? Been doing this for a while. 7:20. Anyway, so this is a massive chopper right here. This is the MI6 Hook. This is like for vehicles. It's also very old. It's from the 50s, around then. So you need like a navigator, a mechanic, like you need the full thing here. Radio operator, co-pilot, I guess it's kind of a mechanic. Like you need a full flight crew for this guy. But if I get into the pilot, over the yeah, open up those doors, retract. I don't know what that. Yeah, yeah. Back here, you have your vehicle parking area. So you can. This thing is meant for heavy machinery, heavy vehicle transport, but it can be used as troop transport. I can't remember if it was this or an Mi-26 helicopter that got shot down over Chechen, and it was carrying like 100 and something guys. It's like the deadliest chopper crash ever. So there, you have a ramp, load in vehicles. I might do that in a second, or in a bit. This is a different one somehow. I don't know, one of them said VI. Oh, wait a minute. That other one was for vehicles, this is for troops. Apparently not. Okay. Oh, I don't know. They're different some way, somehow. Finally, for helicopters, this is the KA-60 Special Forces helicopter. It's got an encased rear blade here for apparently it's quieter. Smaller helicopter, you know. It's kind of like the Russia's version of like the Black Hawk. No weapons or any of that. This is their drone. It doesn't have any weapons on it. It's the Pachela. It's for reconnaissance, strictly reconnaissance. I don't see any pylons at least for weaponry. This is their radar. They have radars here. Do they do anything? I don't know. Probably not. Yeah. Oh, get in the P-37 was gunner. Yeah, I don't know what that is. They do spin. I don't know how to get them spinning. Boats. Yes, it's a pretty big boat back there. This is amphibious carrier thing. It's a tugboat. Okay. Okay. And then there's a Zodiac. And then finally, for boats, the Zuber class hovercraft, LCAC, cannot be driven on the ground, unfortunately, because of Arma's physics. Yeah, so for defense, you have 2 AK-630s, which are these things. Very, very deadly. Like, my god. Don't mess around. So that's the right gunner. Left gunner has another one. Commander's got laser marker. Driver's got A-22 Ogons, which are missile launchers. They're missiles. This is your LCAC. I think you can hold guys in here. I thought you could hold like tanks and stuff. Unfortunately, it doesn't seem like it. Weird. Oh god, dang it. So those are the boats. You know, obviously the hovercraft sticks out more than the other ones. Now we're on the planes. We got a fair amount of planes here. This is the MiG-29. Got pretty much, you know, well, any missile you need. All air-to-air missiles. Got a cannon right there. It's a cannon. This is the MiG-29 SM. This is a Su-25 Frogfoot. This basically Russia's A-10 Warthog. It's got bombs, dumbfire missiles, like air-to-air missiles. It's got a lot, and it's also got a like a 30mm cannon on it right there. Yeah, I don't know where it is. This is the Su-34 dumbfire, huge missiles. This is a T-50, it's called, but it's based on the Su-57, I assume, or it looks like that. This has no weapons on it right now, because the Su-57 is, like, just entered service. And nobody knows what it carries. Oh, you know, it does. This one has a cannon, this one has, you know, the big missiles. Some of them just have different cameras. This is the 2013 one. And then, yeah, it's got different camo schemes. Finally, we have reached the end of the Russian arsenal. This is the Bear, Tu-95 Bear. This is a nuclear bomber. And we will see the capabilities of the nukes in this mod in a second. That's how you get in the Bear. It's an old plane. So it needs like a crew of 8. Anyway, I'm gonna end this recording and I'm gonna get in the car and I'm gonna drive to the areas where we nuked. Right, so kind of an idiot. I was like, oh, I'm gonna take a car, but then I'm like, we have helicopters. So I don't know why I'm not. I don't know why I wouldn't take one of these. Black Shark is small, so it's easy to land. Oh yeah, here's the dump fire. Oh, I already fired it. We can probably assess the damage from the air here. Yeah, you can already see destroyed buildings and lag. Yeah, there's some destroyed buildings. I'm not quite sure where the nuke hit here, but you know, there you can definitely see there's some destruction. Not sure why it's not all the houses, but it's Arma. Physics jank. Anyway, time to go visit the town that got nailed by the grad. Oh yeah, yep. This one I can confirm was hit. That decimated pretty much this whole area. That's the damage that those grad missiles are capable of. But yeah, that is RHS, the Russians. There's still two other ones, Green Force and Green Force factions, and some the Serbian army. Because I don't know, why they added that, but it's there. But yeah, those are the two big ones that add content really. And I think in the next part is going to be RHS weapons. You know, because I've been doing this for so long. But yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Forgot to show off oh god dang it. I forgot to show off the towing feature. That's something that deserves to be shown. Oh my god. Being such a drama queen. Right, so if you just get... The thing really just blew up over a small crash. God. Right, so we just got like a basic truck here, and drive it to like a ZU. You know what? I'm gonna do the D30. Right, so what you do, you park up here, switch this guy to towing mode, hold space here, bang, you're connected. Now, read that message up there, it's in it's a heavily WIP, work in progress. But you can't, oh, okay, yeah, they weren't lying. But yes, it is work in progress. But you can tell your howitzers, you know, whatnot, around the map. The same thing can be done with the ZU-23. I don't know which other ones can be towed, but these two for sure. Yep, and then you're gonna say, oh, I want to move it to this field thing. Alright? Oh, you stop. Stop, 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 stop. Get out. Detach with this. I'd back the truck up, or I'd move it forward a bit. Oh my god, this pain is that. Oh, oops. I'm not dead, but oh my god, I'm dying. That was kind of weird. Truck ran me over. Switch back to static mode, and you are ready to go. You know, I don't like this tower. Yeah, that's gone. Thank you for watching. Next video I'll do on this mod probably won't be a part of this, because this will already be like a couple, like a little over an hour, hour and a half maybe. So next video I'll do is about the RHS weapons, because Serbian army and Green for armies both reuse assets, you know, from this mod. They just have different liveries and stuff. So, bye-bye.